It's your girl Sharon. I am the new host of the podcast Atlanta Hood Connection. And today is my debut, and I have a guest with me today, one of the fantastic girl on fire, Miss Paula Lupo from John Hope. And I'm going to introduce you now.
Hi, my name is Paula Lupo. I was born June 14, 1962. I'm a grade Beta. I grew up in John Hope Homes. Those was my best years of my life was growing up in John Hope Home and going to Washington High School. Just to give you a little bit background, we grew up on Larkin Street, 612 Larkin Street. And it was five of us. Well, four of us was in the house. My older sister had gone out to live her life. I attended E.A. Ware Elementary School that was located on Martin Luther King. And then from there, I transferred to M. Agnes Jones because E.A. Ware ended at 4th grade. So I attended M. Agnes Jones in the 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. And from there, I went to Booker T. Washington High School in the 8th grade. We did not have a middle school. We went straight to high school. And I attended Washington High School in the 8th grade through the 12th. I played a lot of sports. I played basketball, softball, and ran track. I also played basketball, softball, and ran track at M. Agnes Jones.
Hey, Paula, let me interrupt for a moment because you mentioned that you grew up in John Hope. It was 2 locations, wasn't it?
Yes. My second location was 627 Greensbury. We grew up at 612 Larkin Street. We only had 2 bedrooms, and then we moved up to the big house, which we felt like we was the Jeffersons, and we had a 3-bedroom, so we moved on up. So from there, we had our own room, me and my sister, and my brother had his room, then my mom. So we didn't have to share as much, but we still had to share. But we still had fun doing so.
You had how many bathrooms?
We only had 1 bathroom.
And that might have been real interesting.
It was. With a shower. When we stayed at 612 Larkin Street, we didn't have a shower. No air conditioning. We had like 4 fans around the house because concrete walls are concrete walls. When it's hot, it's hot. And when it's cold, it's cold. But we had a good time. And my sisters and I, we used to play a lot of games and play outside a lot. We played on the big field. We had a big field down below the steps because when we moved up to the big house at 627 Greensbury, we had big steps in front of us.
Okay.
So down below the big steps was a baseball field. So we always played ball there. And my mom always made the red Kool-Aid for everybody. So when we got ready to eat dinner, we didn't have no Kool-Aid because Mama had fed everybody. But we didn't care. We still had fun and enjoyed ourselves.
And when you went to elementary school, you were talking about one time that you ran into some obstacles making that transfer.
Yes, from going from E.A. Well to M. Agnes Jones, it was interesting. At first, I didn't like it because I'm short and I was always picked on. So I was being bullied because I couldn't beat the people who was trying to beat me. But it was a couple of young ladies by the name of Andrea Thomas, Terry Nita Holloway, and Tawana. They cornered me in the girls' bathroom at M. Agnes Jones because I was a new kid on the block and I was an athlete. And Miss Pitts liked me because I was a good player. So they cornered me in the girls' bathroom. But thank the Lord, shortness did come into play. And I just ran up under the bathrooms to get away from them and ran. I have speed and they could not catch me at all.
It's amazing how history repeats itself. Bullying is still going on today.
Exactly.
But you did like a special day that.
Yes, the day that I liked, I started liking M. Agnes Jones because I started making friends and then we became friends as opposed to enemies and stuff. So I just had to work that program and make it work for me, whichever was going to be best because I was going to play sports. I'm an athlete for life, so that's just who I am. So yes, I was gonna play ball and stuff, and I know they I was probably a little better than them as far as performance wise. So not to pat myself on the back, but that's what Miss Pitts did. But we also had a special day called May Day.
There you go.
At M. Agnes Jones, you could not beat that. We had on our white. You couldn't tell us nothing. We made that letter. We would just enjoy it. Everybody came. So that May Day that we had, it was the most unique event of the year, and it was very momentous because everyone, came back and gave back and just be so involved. And Miss Estes, who was the principal, she was just all involved and stuff. So that was a great day.
Well, did your mom have to come looking for you?
No, my mom wasn't able to attend because my mom was, she was a maid all her life. So my mother always worked and stuff, so she never could come out and see me play or perform or nothing like that. But she did come to graduation. But she wouldn't come out and see me play ball because she said I was too defensive and I played too rough. So as a girl, and I told her, Mom, I'm girlish tomboy. I'm a tomboy, but I'm girlish tomboy. So I'm not gonna hurt myself, but I'm gonna play rough because I got to be able to protect myself.
What was your clue to come in the house?
Huh?
What was your clue to come in the house?
Oh yeah. So we all had a cue that when our parents called us to come in the house, we had to come in before that light come on.
There you go.
That light on that pole by your building, if you don't come in there, you're going to have trouble. We grew up with some twins, Ron and Donna. They stayed in the back of us. Everybody knew when their mom called them because Miss Helen would call and say, Ron and Donna. She had to call one time and they show up. They did not stray away from her. But our mom, we can play out front, but we knew they would come in at a certain time.
Oh, so that was the
Yeah.
red step.
That was
light coming on.
Yes.
All right.
And then from there, all the parents, we all kind of got together. Okay, if you don't go in, you're going to get a whooping. So we didn't want to get no whooping, but I got one because I was just that type of child.
Did anybody else check on you other than your mom?
Yeah, some of the neighbors checked on us. Let me see, Miss Mildred, she checked on us. And just to go back when I was at 612 Logan Street when I went to E.A. Ware, it's a guy named Darryl Shaw. We attended Washington High together later on, but I didn't know we was gonna go that direction. I kept picking at him. And I picked at him one time too many. He took me that one time and turned me upside down some kind of way, hung me on a flagpole, so he was trying to teach me a lesson. So I didn't mess with him no more, but the next time I tried to get him back, I had a bat in my hand, so I was going to beat him with that bat because he had turned me upside down. But my mom said I shouldn't have been picking at him. I don't know, I was just aggravating him and stuff, just messing with him. I think I liked him, but he didn't like me, so I said that was okay, so I went on.
And I think you like somebody else that you're dating now.
Yes, Ronald Dickinson, which is one of the twins who I grew up with in the project. We was growing up, we weren't even thinking about dating or nothing like that. I think they were so afraid of doing anything out of the norm because their mom didn't play. She didn't play, and I don't think I was just into dating or whatever and stuff. So we can go back and talk about some things when we grew up. I used to go over their house all the time because they always had the name brand cookies and we had the welfare cookies. And we was on welfare. I faithfully every month went down there and stood in line. Got that butter, that cheese, that buttermilk, whatever we wanted to get. That's what we got, that peanut butter. Yes, and so being on welfare we just thought the government was being nice and just helping people. We didn't know that it was for less fortunate people or whatever, but we didn't know, but we enjoyed it. So Ron and I used to play him in marbles and used to beat him all the time. His mama used to say today when I would go over there and see her that I don't know why Ron keep coming over there. He know you gonna beat him in the marbles. I said, but it was just fun time. Then we go out and play ball and stuff. So it was pretty good.
Okay. What did you make out of the welfare food that was so good?
Ooh, them grilled cheese. You cannot go wrong with that cheese and them grilled cheese and that bologna.
There you go.
That thick bologna. Slice it, put a little slice in it, and make sure you fry both sides and then put it on there. Oh yeah, that was the best bologna and best cheese, and you could not beat it.
And that red Kool-Aid.
And that red Kool-Aid, yes. That red Kool-Aid, you had to do it with the red Kool-Aid. The red Kool-Aid is what made it. That's what made it, sure did.
Why did you love high school so much? You had to do homework, you had to study, but you loved it.
Yeah, I love school, period. I love school because I love learning. I've always liked challenges. And my older sister, Rita, she played basketball, softball, ran track, and she also achieved 2 degrees, so I've always tried to follow in her footsteps. So when I got to Washington High, the Lupo name was already known. because what they didn't finish with one sibling, they tried to pick up and take with the other.
All right.
So yeah, Steph and I, my sister Steph, I would protect her because she's so sweet and soft, and people try to take advantage of her. So she had to go get my brother because she had a sister named Paula that didn't play. So she did all the prissy stuff, but I did the sports and stuff. So my sister Rita left some type of notion with Miss Sudbury or something, and Miss Sudbury. So I went out for ball, I played softball, played basketball. I also was a water girl for the football team, and I ran cross country track. But playing softball, that's my favorite sport, but football is my favorite sport to coach. Well, I used to write football plays, and softball is my favorite sport to play because it's, girly and stuff. But I played that 9th, 10th, and 11th year. No, 10th, 11th, and 12th year. And then I got MVP all 3 years straight. So some of the seniors were disappointing and stuff, but and me and Mrs. Steele, we played ball together. We played basketball and softball together. I stopped playing basketball because I got beat up too much. Because when you're short, it's just not for you. When they come down and bring them elbows down, yes, they don't see you.
Well, Paula, I seen you around all the time. I mean, when we come to the little outings, once we graduated and stuff like that, and we all loved on each other all the time and had fun together. Why we never hung out?
I don't know what. Oh, Sharon, you must have been doing something. Probably because if you weren't in sports, because I'm a sports fanatic.
No, I was not.
I am a sports. The prissy stuff, because when I came, Miss Chestnut tried to get me to be a cheerleader. Oh, you'll be the perfect cheerleader. You the right size. You real limber and stuff. No, I'm not gonna be on the sideline hollering for nobody. That's what I'm not gonna do. I said, because if they not doing right, I'm not gonna be cheering. So you probably gonna put me on the cheerleader team anyway. I said, but when I played, when I was the water girl, if they mess up, I don't give them no water. I tell them, y'all got a penalty, and that's not good. What? Y'all go to practice every day and don't know what you're doing.
Wow.
So I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, back to you, Paula.
Okay. So in growing up in John Hope, I had a couple of friends too. Also, besides Ron and Donna being my friends, Bridget was my friend. Bridget is an entrepreneur. Bridget Paula. She had 3 brothers. She would never get a boyfriend because everybody was so scared of them and they so protective of her that wouldn't nobody go close to her. But she was my friend, and we went to the girls club together. Bridget was always like an assistant or something, so I was always getting in trouble, getting suspended, doing something I ain't got no business doing because I don't like to take orders. And it wasn't orders, it was actually guidance, but at the time I didn't know that it would be something that I would need.
Exactly. But Bridget, she's an entrepreneur today.
Yes, she is. You name it, she does it. But she was the only one in the project that had a lemonade stand or some type of stand.
What?
Yes, because we had a boys club in the neighborhood also. So the boys club was good, so we could go down there and have, go to their little parties and stuff and do that. And one, the guy named Doja, he's a Doja. We call him Dale for short, but he was the positive role model for the boys.
Okay.
But he also would look out for the girls too. And, we just had a good time. We were playing hide and go seek. Mm-hmm. Today you go play hide and go seek, you never get found. So, it's just not the same. But we, played hopscotch and hide and go seek. Also, I was the kitchenette. I did hair in the kitchenette. I used to braid hair all the time. I would braid your initials. I would braid a bicycle. I used to braid my brother hair because he had that big afro. Mm-hmm. And I would braid his initial. I would braid the bicycle. I would braid a circle in your hair.
What?
Yeah, so I learned that from my mama.
Oh, wow.
From Agnes. Agnes did that, yes. And so that helped. And so I always know how to do hair. So that's what I did in the projects.
That's good.
Didn't make no money.
You didn't think to make that your sidekick?
Yes, I did go to school for cosmetology, and I did work there did that for a little bit. But I also what I wanted to do was just manage it. I didn't want to actually be doing hair and stuff I had quite a bit of good clientele. Oh, wow. But when my clients come in, I want them to be in the chair within 10 to 15 minutes. And that's where I schedule them. I don't schedule them on top of each other and stuff. I want them to have that time.
Well, you need to talk to some of the stylists now because you can get the hairdresser all day long. I know. On top of everything. They tell you it's going to
be in there 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, they talk too much.
Exactly. They be talking, doing everything instead of focusing on the client, which was important because the money's going to be there because we're going to get our hair done.
Exactly.
We're going to get it done, did whatever you want to do. So it's not about money. It was about, to me, just making them, treat them because it was about them. It wasn't so much about me just trying to provide a service for them and stuff. So yeah, so I would do my niece's hair. I would do all my niece's hair.
Oh wow!
Do people in the project's hair and stuff. And yeah, I still can braid today.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You
and I had another best friend. I'm sorry, Valerie Williams. Me and Val, she stayed across the street in the projects when I stayed on Greens Ferry. So we was salt and pepper. She was pepper and I was salt. So, we was always together. Val would come over our house, eat and stuff. Mama treated her like a daughter. And at one time she came over there, we didn't have a lot of food. We had pork chops. And they were so good. And she got that last pork chop and I didn't get none. I told my mama, why you gonna feed her and not this? And I'm your daughter. And I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it was the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich that we got from welfare too. So those are some of the good old times that, that we did. And, we didn't realize that we didn't have a lot of stuff. So we did that. And my mom's neighbors, Miss Mildred and all of them, they was good also.
So it was their influencing and providing for y'all that really made a difference.
Exactly. And Miss Sally too, Miss Sally Miller, which is James Miller, Lewis Miller, and Spencer Miller, and Ann Miller, and Denise Miller. They was my mom, they mother Miss Sally, and my mom was best friends. And you can't do nothing, because Sally, I don't know where she come from, but she knows everything that goes on, especially if you're doing bad. So my mama would know before I get home, I'll just go take her to bed, because I knew I was going to get a whipping, because I knew I had to do something. Well, those was the fun time.
Yes, indeed. Well, let's have some fun. Want to have some fun? Did you participate in Freak Week?
Yes, I did. Yes. You asked the question, did I participate in Freak Week? Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. And I would not be on anybody's video. I hope not. But, yes.
That's not what I heard, Paula.
I know. You know what? I'm not going to say. I was out there, but I had a good time. But, hopefully you don't recognize me while I'm out there. I'm probably doing something I ain't have no business doing, because at that time, I took more risks and just thought I can do things and don't get away. I can get away with everything. But yeah.
Well, some of the street names has changed since we were little. Like Chestnut, it's called James P. Bradley now.
Is that? No. I know Rev Laurie, that name has changed from, that's Simpson Road, what you're talking about, I believe. Okay. Simpson Road has changed, but James P. Brawley, that was Hightower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you could bring a street name back, what would it be? Bankhead, Chestnut, Boulevard, or Stewart Avenue, and why?
Oh, Bankhead, Chestnut. I say Chestnut because I like, that's when we had Charles Disco over there.
You was on Chestnut?
Was Charles? No, that was Simpson. No, maybe Stewart Avenue, because we had what we had over there? Do we have a Ridgeway?
Yeah.
We had a lot of old school. We had a Kmart. I would like,
Kmart.
Yeah, Stewart Avenue, we had Kmart. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have a Ridgeway, but we did have Kmart. And Woolworth. Now, Woolworth was downtown. So we had a Kmart. And I like Kmart, because Kmart, you can always afford everything. But Stewart Avenue had it was a main street that you can, you can just find everything on. I always had the churches.
Yes, indeed.
I always had the churches.
It's still there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's one of the first ones, I think, that I knew about anyway. Mm-hmm. The park. Which park did you like the most? Adam, Mosley, or Piedmont?
I like Piedmont. I like Piedmont and Mosley. Piedmont because we played most of our softball games there, and it's just more fun to go. But I like Mosley because it wasn't too far from Washington High, and it was right around the corner. Plus, you can, it had the swimming pool, it had all kinds of different things, and you just felt more safe there. And it had a lot of things that would offer that you can do. You don't have to be doing the same thing all the time.
Okay. Okay, now you was club. I want to know, where did you go to eat after you went clubbing? Was it the Waffle House? Was it downtown IHOP? Or was it Crystal?
All three. Depending on where we were. And we was at Charles Disco over there. I think we went did we go downtown? Or was it Waffle House? And then when you go to Mr. V's on Camden Road, it's always something open over there. Because you're going to see whoever you seen in the club. Mm-hmm. At the Waffle House, or either a Crystal was open because there was a Crystal over there also.
Yes, indeed.
And Crystal was good too. And then don't forget about Marco's. Marco's right up the street. So Marco's was good also.
Which one of those clubs did you like the best?
Marco's. Mr. V's was bougie.
Yes, indeed.
It was bougie. Them people, they look like they want to be trying to be, never will be. They were just acting like
that. Exactly.
Yeah. But Marco's, you be real. It be like, you ain't got nothing. But you look good when you ain't got nothing either.
Yes, indeed. Okay, the malls, like Greenbrier, West End, South Cab. If you can bring either one of them back to its glory, which one would it be?
I would bring out West End Mall.
Why West End?
Because it was close by Herndon Homes, and I used to date a guy over there that was close by, and he would go to that mall and buy me something real easy. So I also like Greenbrier, but I call it Blackbriar because there was more of us, and it just had more cultural things that was going on there, and always had a lot of fake jewelry. If you can't afford no jewelry, you can go there and get something to look like you got some, and that gold did not turn your neck either. If it did, it's gonna be about 3 months before it do that.
3 months.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you used to work at one of those popular stores. Riches.
Yes, I love Riches downtown because they Riches is like your Bloomingdale today back then, but we didn't know. But I worked at Riches for several years, about 5 or 6 years. But I used to be a data entry clerk, and then I got promoted in the cash office where I counted the money that Riches made. Riches make a lot of money. They just didn't pay us nothing.
Wow.
But I loved it because they always had very nice clothes, and you don't see stuff that everybody can wear. They also had a good shoe sale. They would advertise all the small sizes, like a size 5, which is what I wear. And another young lady that was there that wore them also, but they have good employee sales too. So her and I used to kind of argue about shoes and go from there. We would kind of negotiate. Okay, you give me that one, I'll give you this one. Okay. And we would go from there. But they have excellent shoe sales. Okay. Excellent. So that's why I probably had a lot of shoes.
Well, what was another popular shoe store in East Side?
Payless.
Payless.
Why pay more when you can pay less? I can go on, and this is before we had computers and stuff, but Payless always had nice shoes too, and multiple shoes, but I can go in the kids' size and buy shoes. I don't go buy tennis shoes, but I bought one pair and they were so cute, and then I started walking one time and I bought them at home, and they light up, and I said, ma'am, I don't want no light up shoes, I'm grown. I thought it was for a child. I said, no. I said, well, they didn't light up when I tried them on in the store. She said they had a delayed light on them. I said, a delayed light? Really? Okay, so I had to swap them out. Because I knew how it was going to be talked about.
Now, Atlanta has a lot of good sports legends, like Michael Vick, Dominique Wilkins, even Deion Sanders. If you could meet one of them, if you can hang out one day with one of them, who would it be?
Michael Vick.
And why?
Because he's a quarterback and I love football. That is one, and I used to want to be a football coach, and I can give him some pointers on how he can improve his game. Yeah, improve his game. Yeah, I can give it. But Vick is one one of them mobility type quarterback. I love him because he go in different directions. Nobody never know where he gonna come, and you're not gonna catch him.
There you go.
So he learned that from the Falcons. He didn't have no line.
You know, we love taking selfies and stuff like that now. Every time you turn around, we got our phone out and taking selfies. What was the first type of selfie back in the day?
What was the first type of selfie?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
It had a booth.
It had a what?
Booth.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You don't remember the pictures when you used to go to the...
Oh, we go to the thing and then and we sit in the camera thing and then the camera, Chuck E. Cheese got that today, but yeah, I remember that, yeah. What was that called?
What was the car?
Photo booth.
Oh, yeah, it was, and then we had the thing in our hand, we mashed it, no, it was on a timer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just get there and sit there and make sure we just doing that. Yeah, and we got to make sure you prompt because it's gonna be flipping with 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 seconds or so.
3 seconds.
You only got like 10 seconds to get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was selfie.
Or some of your favorite movies.
Stella get a groove back. You talk about now? Back then.
Well, both.
Back then it was let me see. Good. I like Good Times and the Jeffersons. I like Good Times and the Jeffersons, but you said movies. That's right, movies. Movies today is Stella Get a Groove Back.
What's that?
And wait until it's here because I'm gonna show Stella how to never lose her groove.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lose my groove. I'm gonna show Stella not only how to get it back, but not to never lose it. And that's what you should do.
love it, love it, love it. Some of us are blessed. You're very comfortable with your groove.
With groove.
Yeah, you said never lose your groove.
You stay fit, stay smart, stay sharp, and always stay sexy.
I heard that. That's you?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miss Paula. What are some funny stories your family might tell us that you used to do?
Oh, I got a Chatty Cathy doll for Christmas one time.
A chatty who?
Chatty Cathy. It had a recorder in it.
Mm-hmm.
I would go record my sisters and brother conversation and let the other ones listen to who they're talking about and start a big family.
I know you taking a lot of trouble with that one.
And then like I don't know what happened. And I would do that with my brother and my sister. And let me see what else. What else I used to do? Oh, well, I don't know if that's funny. But I used to eat up all the cheese too in the house. I was like a little rat.
Oh, wow.
And my mom be trying to make macaroni and cheese on Sunday. We don't have no more cheese. And I'd be like, I don't know who ate it. I guess Glenda's ate it. But that was that welfare cheese. I'm telling y'all.
Had you hooked.
Yes, I was hooked. I was hooked.
Well, if you could live anywhere in the world, what would it be?
Where will it be? On an island.
In a particular one?
Let me see. Where will I want to live? And Martha's Vineyard.
Oh,
I've been to Martha's Vineyard. Yes, it is
I
beautiful.
have never been.
It is. We have to take a girl trip. That's when we're gonna do our girl trip. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Now you got the good travel, all transportation, boat, canoe, a bus, bicycle, jogging, whatever you want to do, car. It just takes that long to get over there. No, you can actually fly over there, but it's an island where we as black people, we got some culture there that we own one of the beaches, one of the beaches there, and it's real nice. And they have another beach that elevates that, like you up there with Jesus, and you can see.
Are you serious?
It's beautiful, and that's where your protocol of Obama and Michelle at. They go there all the time.
Girl,
but it is so nice. It's no crime. It's not the have and have not. It's the have and have. And if you ain't got it, you can't be there. And they will let you know. But you go over there on the boat. Don't take a 15 minutes. But it's a beautiful. It's so peaceful.
I was going to ask you about your favorite trip. It sounds like you've already answered that.
It was one of my favorite trips, but it was one of my interesting trips too. It was 10 women. It was 10 of us.
Wow.
And everything was nice. the first day, but that night when other people, friends came in, it wasn't. It was some type of big altercation and stuff. And the next day, it was like, Paula, you missed. I said, no, I didn't. I didn't spend this kind of money, and I didn't travel this far to come for no mess. I came to enjoy, to have peace, to explore, and that's exactly what I did. So if y'all want to act up, that's on y'all. But I don't do mess.
I know that's right.
Yeah, but it was a beautiful trip to me. Oh, and I met the cast of what's Rick Fox? I met Rick Fox. I almost went crazy though. I had to.
Really?
Yes. What
He was
played?
there?
Yeah, he played on what's the show that I forgot the name of it.
Red Fox.
Rick Fox. He played on the show. He was one of his sister's boyfriend. I'm trying to think. It's not a Tyler Perry. Maybe a Tyler Perry show. I'm trying to think of, but it was good.
If you can go back in time and tell your 18-year-old self something, what would it be?
To make sure you surround yourself with people that can give you, that has wisdom and that can give you good direction in life, and also to know that failure is a achievement, it's not a failure, because it helps you grow.
Okay.
And to be more open-minded about things also.
And even the kids that are, I guess we would say less fortunate, but the whole purpose of the podcast, of course, is to try to help them, let them see that if we can make it out, they can make it out too. So what would your advice be to them?
Recently, I just sponsored a young lady at Washington High, and she played basketball, softball, and track. So being a mentor to her and the other young ladies, I would tell them to have fun in life. Be cognizant of who your circle is.
Yes.
Make sure you choose. If you're not sure about something, it's okay to make mistakes, because we're going to make mistakes. It's a matter of when. But be able to address those mistakes and to go in a direction that will turn things around. You always want to turn things around in a positive direction. And always believe whatever happened, whether it's a mistake, a failure, or something less fortunate, that too shall pass. But how we deal with things and address things will be our outcome.
Okay, what kind of girl you are? Are you a peach cobbler girl or banana pudding?
Peach cobbler.
And why?
Because I'm a Georgia peach. All day long, all my life.
Sweetness.
Yes, I took it right out of my mouth.
If you can impress someone with your cooking skills, what's your go-to meal? What's the meal that you put your foot in?
Teriyaki salmon.
What?
Teriyaki salmon.
I cannot do salmon.
Teriyaki salmon with some brown sugar, a little something in it, like butt naked, some butt naked seasoning. It's good. It's a black-owned guy that owns that. But some teriyaki salmon with spinach and a salad.
You gonna have to cook that for me. You're gonna have to cook.
Oh, and a sweet potato. Sweet potato.
Okay. What items have you accomplished on your bucket list?
Going to Martha's Vineyard. I want to go somewhere where I hadn't been. For some reason, let me see.
Do you even have a bucket list?
Yeah, I had one a long time ago. Yeah, I don't have much of a bucket list, but some of the things just. I was taking a trip every year, taking trips every year to go to different places and stuff. So I was doing that for a while, but
Gotta get back to it.
I gotta get back to it, because once I took care of my sister years ago, that kind of took me in a different direction. Because when you're taking care of someone that you're that close to, and we was back to back, and my mother always told me, take care of your sister Steph. So I took care of her till the day she went home to the Lord. And
Well, tell me a little bit about that, though, because you quit your job and all that. That is.
Yes, 10 years ago, well, now 13 years ago,
13 years ago.
when my sister, when she was diagnosed with lymphoma cancer, I knew something was wrong, because Thanksgiving, she was losing weight back, I think it was 2009 or something like that. and she's not one that lose weight gradually and quickly like that. And she had a bump on the back of her neck, and it was a lymph node. But when they sent it off, it wasn't nothing. And then she had another one that came up, and then that one came back cancerous. So, and lymphoma is kind of aggressive cancer, depending on the stage that you're in and stuff. And she was doing fine and stuff. But I chose to, when we figure out what she, what was going on. So I quit my job and just focus on taking care of her because I wanted her to have her best life for however long it was going to be.
That's good.
So we put a thing together, and she wanted me to take care of her because I was going to do what as she asked, even though whether I agreed to some of the things or not. But the thing was that she was doing fine, and she was actually in remission. But it reoccurred, and she wanted to go through the transplant. Well, the transplant make you grow up all over again from a child all the way up. So I had put a 3-month schedule together for the family on how we was going to do this and take care of her. So I had to take her to the doctor every day prior to the transplant. So for almost 6 months to a year, I had to take her to the doctor every day and stuff. So the thing about the transplant that me and her daughter did not like, it attacks your body systems. It starts attacking your organs and stuff. And it attacks, and the first thing it attacks is your kidneys. She was talking like you and I one day, the next day she was in ICU.
Oh, wow.
Within 24 hours.
Wow.
So that kind of freaked me out. But a lot of times I had to just stay strong and not show, how I felt, because she would,
Yes.
she would do that. But the one thing that was very memorable, we went to her class reunion, 30th reunion or 20th reunion or something like that. And we went to their reunion, and they actually made it for her.
Yes.
And it was just beautiful. It was so nice and stuff. So we enjoyed it. So they did it because of her, and they dedicated it to her. So they was just so supportive. So that was the most memorable time of my life.
I think you should be commended for that. I mean, that's just a lot, but
It's
I
a lot.
would love for someone to be there for me like
Yeah,
that.
but it's a lot taking care of a loved one, and you don't know what you can do. You don't know the strength that you have, but that has to come from God above, because you can't do it by yourself.
Right. Well, if you won $10 million tomorrow, what would you buy?
Ooh. I want $10 million tomorrow. What would I buy? I would buy probably a home for my family, for several of them, so they can have, it's just something for them to be comfortable, because they're mostly up in age. Or also probably reinvest money in some type of investment. And support. I'll probably adopt some kids or something.
Check that out.
Yeah, probably, because I never had children, so I probably would. I have a lot of God children and a lot of God kids that I help and stuff. So, it'd be good. I probably want to build a school.
Look at that.
Yeah, build a school for the less fortunate, the ones that really trying but can't make it that far, but really need that extra push.
And if you had one meal that you could eat, that you have to eat for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Chicken. Chicken and macaroni and cheese and some collard greens, some fried chicken too.
You're going to soul food?
Yes, I want some soul food. I want some fried. I love some fried chicken. I love salmon too. I eat salmon all day. Yeah.
If you could write a book about yourself, what would you write? Know what the title be, actually.
The title would be,
That girl is somebody.
yes, that's what it would be. The Life of Paula. That girl is on fire.
Oh, okay. What was one of your favorite album covers?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
All right now.
I love me some Earth, Wind, and Fire, and some Gap Band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen them in concert?
I've seen Charlie Wilson, and I've seen Earth, Wind, and Fire 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Paula, is there anything else you would like to share with us?
I think we covered pretty much everything.
Well, being that you are mentoring this young lady, and if you would like for her, the team, or anybody else from that in that capacity to come on board and to hear their story or to share with us anything that's going on. If you to see if you just want to show the progression of her. When I first met her, she was quiet, reserved. Now she's blossomed into this nice, good athlete. Anything along those lines, let us know. And I want to thank you personally. I've been trying to get this podcast off the ground for several years now, and thank you so much for coming and sharing your story with us. That's right. And Nana, welcome. Come tell your story.
Thank you very much for having me.